Are you using the best gas for your car? Many problems can occur to your vehicle if you don't use the right fuel.
They have badly constructed internal systems.
So you want to ensure you are using high quality gas at the proper octane your vehicle manufacturer recommends.
It's got to be bad gas.
My Nissan 350Z takes 93 octane, and I'm excited to partner with Circle K as they offer premium fuel that has double the cleaning detergent.
They were absolutely heartless.
Hi guys, this is Eiler and welcome to Piss Consumer Channel. Today's video is dedicated to a pressing issue, fuel quality.
And this is what it does to your carburetor.
In this video, we will talk about how to recognize a diluted gasoline and discuss a terrible incident that happened to our user at one of Circle K gas stations.
Shifting wildly, up and down, up and down, up and down, losing power, gaining power, losing power, gaining power. The engine began stalling, began bucking, and eventually the truck just stopped.
But first, please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment whether you have ever been sold a diluted gasoline. Let's start. In addition to the rising fuel prices, many drivers have recently encountered another problem: water-diluted gasoline.
Investigators and inspectors found more than half an inch of water in an E10 tank here yesterday. They immediately shut the pumps down. Obviously, water can cause serious damage to an engine, but the OCC says this was nothing more than an accident.
13 News Now is hearing from more drivers who received watered-down fuel at a gas station in Norfolk. Several customers came forward after our initial story aired last week.
When it comes to a Connecticut woman in Connecticut, this woman, her car stalled, if you imagine, on the highway after she learned that she filled up her vehicle with water instead of gas at a gas station.
The situation is dangerous because such fuel can damage the engine. In the best case scenario, it will cost you a lot of time and money. In the worst case scenario, such damage can lead to an accident and cost someone life. However, sometimes gas is mixed with water unintentionally. In most cases, the trouble is with an outdated gas station equipment when the rain gets into the fuel tanks on the dispensers. That doesn't change the situation though. A terrible story happened to our user Greg from Wisconsin.
Hello.
He and his partner were traveling from Alabama to Arkansas across Mississippi on Highway 98 West. The travelers decided to stop at Circle K gas station to refuel, and that's where the real horror began. Let's hear Greg's story.
We were traveling through Mississippi. We were on Highway 98 West, and we were coming into Beaumont, Mississippi, and we decided to stop for some gas, take a bathroom break. And there was a Circle K gas station off the side of the highway, 98 West. We pulled in. I walked in, I paid for, at least $30 worth of gas, walked back out and began to pump my gas. I started to notice immediately that the pump was not working correctly. It was not functioning properly. It was moving very, very slowly. It was making a lot of, odd noises or whatnot. So I kept, fooling with the nozzle, trying to see if maybe it just needed to be kick-started again, but it kept working and malfunctioning very improperly. So after 2 gallons, I essentially stopped. I walked into the gas station. I firmly told the employees there up at the register that your pump is malfunctioning. It's not working properly, and it stopped at 2 gallons. And they handed me back the difference for what was supposed to be given back to me, $25. We got into our truck and we began driving down the road, going on to the next gas station. No sooner than a half mile down the road, we have a Volvo XC90 SUV. It began shifting wildly, up and down, up and down, up and down, losing power, gaining power, losing power, gaining power. The engine began stalling, began bucking, and eventually the truck just stopped. I had to frantically pull over to the side of the road, very quickly because there was a guy like right on top of me. We could have been in an accident, and luckily we were able to get safely along to the side of the road, and the truck just stalled. It stopped. All power lost. It just stopped. At first I had no inclination whatsoever as to what was going on. This was something that was just so instantaneous. You didn't really even have time to think. I got out of the truck, opened up the hood, began looking around, and my partner looked at me and she says, "It's got to be bad gas. It has to be bad gas." The truck was completely fine up until we stopped at that gas station, and no more than a half mile down the road, it does all of this and just stops. It has to be bad gas. There was a gentleman who was driving by who saw us. He picked me up and he drove me back to the gas station. And on the way back to that gas station, he told me this happens all the time at this gas station. They willingly know this takes place. They have badly constructed internal systems and tanks beneath the ground. So whenever it rains and pours the night before, water gets into the gas, mixes with the gas, and deteriorates the gas. They willingly know this. They don't fix it, and cars break down every single day from this gas station. They deal with this every single day and do nothing about it. We drove back. I was infuriated, obviously. I was very emotional at this point in time. We've already been through, a ton to begin with. We had, previously driven from Nebraska to Florida to bail my partner's son out of prison. So when I walked back into the gas station, I was incredibly emotional, incredibly heated. And upon delivering this message to the gas station employees, they were absolutely heartless. They were cold. They shrugged their shoulders. Don't care. Not our problem. Happens all the time. We deal with this every day. No big deal. Our manager isn't here right now. You'll have to call back later and deal with this later. I mean, just stone cold, absolutely heartless. Didn't do anything. We had to get our truck towed to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where Firestone deciphered the issue and had to take apart pretty much the entire vehicle. These are Swedish vehicles, so the gas tank is buried below everything. The total cost to do this type of work, to drop the gas tank, to alleviate the water from the engine, from all parts of the vehicle, is a $5,000 bill. Luckily, Firestone was very sympathetic to our cause and what had taken place. And we ended up only paying $2,900 or so to get this fixed. But it was 19 hours of labor. We had to stay a night in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We lost a day. We had to call the Airbnb in which we were staying at. We had to go through all that. And upon receiving the vehicle back, it is still not fixed properly. Now, being in Yellville, Arkansas, we have to drive 2.5 hours back to Little Rock, Arkansas, to a Volvo dealership to actually have Volvo technicians look at it. So it's going to be even more time and even more money. And the technicians at Firestone, it's in the report. They clearly stated water and bad gas was the cause of this disruption in the vehicle.
Recently, after a similar incident in Thomasville, Chris Barn, Director of Communications for Circle K, said, "At Circle K, we guarantee and stand by the quality of our fuels. However, issues sometimes arise, and customers should report them to Circle K for review by our claims department. We apologize to the customers affected by this issue, and we are helping them with their claims while also correcting the issues at the station that contributed to the problem." However, that doesn't seem like Greg's case.
We've been calling, we've been trying to get a hold of them. Every number we call, we get ghosted. That's essentially what the company's doing. They're ghosting us. Every message we leave never gets returned. Everywhere we go is essentially a dead end. We've been given suggestions to, call the local news station in that area and let them know that this is going on. We're also looking into an attorney as well. to see if any legal action can be taken in this situation, especially since they willingly know this is going on. They willingly know that their internal systems are malfunctioning and are allowing rainwater to get in, therefore putting water into people's gas tanks. And we all know that water and gasoline don't mix. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be just 2 gallons like it was with us. It could be a half. It could be a quarter of a gallon. Your car is going to malfunction. And if you're out on the highway and you're going fast and there's people behind you, this could cause people could die because of this. This is all about holding the company accountable. I mean, I run my own business. My partner, we run our own businesses. We hold ourselves accountable to our clients and the services that we provide. And if we can't provide those services, well, then we're held accountable for that. And we want this company to be held accountable for that. We want the employees of that gas station who willingly know that this is going on to be held accountable. They're not shutting down the pumps. They're just allowing people to go and continue to get bad gas, ruining people's lives. I mean, this is time, money, and energy and emotion that is being wasted. And when we do the process, when we step into the process that we're told to file a claim and to essentially get our money back, we're ghosted. We're ghosted. There's no response. There's no communication at all. Every number, every avenue that we've been given to take, we hit a brick wall. No one is responding to us. Not even the gas station in which it took place at. We're just completely being ghosted.
We hope that Circle K will hear Greg and help him solve this issue.
I'm here today on a pissed consumer. I hope that this kind of shakes things up a little bit and kind of gets us some ground, gains us some ground on this, because this is absolutely ridiculous. And we still don't know officially what's still wrong with the vehicle and what else Volvo is going to find and how much more it's going to take just to get this rectified. And the fact is that this is the company's responsibility. They are accountable for this. They can't be putting bad gas or water into people's vehicles. That's just not how it works. That's not how you run a business, especially if you willingly know that this is an issue and you have claims departments and lawyers that deal with this, and then you have this going on, and then you're not responding to the people that are being afflicted by this. Someone needs to be held accountable.
To avoid a situation like this, you should be careful about the gas you buy. First of all, pay special attention to the color of gasoline. Gas of a good quality can only be clear or slightly amber. If there is a faint yellow or blue hue, you better refuse to use such fuel.
This is the old gas on this side, and this is the new fresh gas. That's a big difference.
In other words, if you're going to fill up a tank away from home, you can pour a liter of fuel into a container to check its quality. Compared to the rising fuel prices, you will lose little to no money, but you will be sure that your engine will not fail. At least, if it's possible, you can shoot from a refueling pistol first on the ground, but not in the tank. There is also a reliable but more complicated way to determine whether the gasoline is diluted with water. To do this, you will need manganese dioxide. All you have to do is to pour the fuel into a transparent vessel, add manganese, and give the mixture a good shake. If crystals dissolve and a pink tint appears, it means that there is a condensate in the gas. Well, friends, that's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and good luck on the road.